the creator of Rave Master, Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, is now back with a new one. It's called Deadrock. The latest series by Hiro Mishima, the creator of Fairy Tail, is a Demon World Academy dark fantasy. Deadrock is a Demon King training institution that towers over the depths of the demon world. Yakuto, a young demon, challenges the harsh entrance exam to knock on the doors of Deadrock. The story follows Yakuto, who nervously waits at the doors of Deadrock Academy when he gets stepped on by a bigger demon. And at this time, you see the thousands of candidates doing the special exam sitting here. Keep in mind, the art is beautiful and it's always detailed, very detailed, but we'll go into it because Mishima is very good when it comes to his art. So, once that happens, when Yakuto got stepped on by this bigger demon, a lot of the other demons start to laugh. And that's when they proceeded to try and move on with the entrance exam. And that's when Yakuto yells out to him and starts to lift up his bigger demon's foot that, he stepped on, and there was blood everywhere because he got stepped on. And because Yakuto threw this bigger demon off of him, when the demon fell back, it ended up killing a bunch of people. Then this started a whole spew of people trying to prove how deadly you are, how manly you are, and it just kind of went raw from there. But that's when the entrance exam starts, and the contestants are dropped into this big ant-like colony called Ant Hell. And basically, they have 1 hour to escape and survive, and whoever does moves on to the rest of the exams and eventually will become part of the academy. So as Yakuto wakes up and realizes he's in this place, he runs into that demon that actually stepped on it. Well, they're shrunk down out of nowhere. Their name's Hani, and they're actually a descendant of Thor. And as they go through this hell pit of ants and death and carnage and other people killing each other, you see this huge slew of cast, which I'll discuss in a little bit here, but they show off these people really quick as their fighting prowess and then move on. So as they move on, Yakuto finds this cow man who actually tried to hurt him earlier up above to prove his strength. They run into him and he threatens to kill him there and tries to. That's when Yakuto actually shows his the black dragon power, his roots essentially, his descendants, and kills this guy instantly and without any hesitation and without any struggle. And we also learned from that battle that depending on the level of hell you are in, depends on the, basically the conditions and the harsh living conditions and everything that incorporated with this level. So level 27 is not going to be as good as or not as hard to live in and prove your strength in as level 302. So after getting out of this hellhole, after getting out and doing things, 3 months pass, and the 7 that passed the special exam are as follows. You have Hein, whose root is Fenrir. You have Ryzen, who is Orochi's root, or root of Orochi. You have Frey, who's Ifrit's root. Then you have Chaco, which is Yagarasu. I know I said that messed up and wrong. Hani, who we already met, which is the god of thunder, Thor. And then we have Makoto, which is a lich of descendant root. And then you have our main character, Yakuto. And from there, they talk about how, what they're going to do for the year and stuff. And that's when Yakuto basically asks the teacher who comes in, the guy from the very beginning, Professor Maximum, and he asks him how, they were supposed to graduate from the school, move on. And to which he asks a question of how are humans treated good up in the human world, to which Maximum turns his key, starts talking about how evil and how worthless they are, to which Yakuto kills him. At this point, this is where Yakuto admits his plan. His plan is to come here and kill God, who is the principal and leader of this academy. His plan is to come in here, sweep, and kill anyone who stands in his way, and destroy this person named God. And throughout the rest of the chapters, you find more things that happen with the main cast. You find out there's a big rule in this school that a lot of people like to thrive and use, which is rule number 3. If you don't like someone, kill them. And there's a lot of killing goes on. The main cast that I just listed off, that doesn't include Yakuto, ends up killing a whole class of 200 plus people or something, because they came in there and tried to beat up them, and it did not work well. Overall, this was definitely a big change of pace from some of the other works that Mishima has done over the years, like Rave Master, Fairy Tail, Eden Zero. But the art style is all still there. Still has that friendly, homey feel to it. It has that very similar feel to it. The detail to the whole world is very similar to Fairy Tail and Eden Zero. A lot of his work looks the same. Yes, the main character looks like Natsu. That's a good comparison. You have a couple people that look like Lucy or Urza or a couple other characters mixed in. But what I love is he's not holding back on killing people and showing blood, gore, how rough and how brutal it can get in this, which is very nice. And I actually like the fact he's taken down this dark fantasy route, which definitely throws in and changes up some of his repertoire that he has done. At the time of this recording, there's only 9 chapters out, and I'm not sure if there's going to be multiple volumes. I believe, from depending on how many pages are out per chapter, because chapter 1's like 70 plus pages, chapter 2 is like 50 plus. I don't know if it's going to be a big book, small book, I'm not sure, but right now I believe it's 2 volumes that are out. They are coming out weekly, I believe, or maybe monthly at this moment. It did start sometime in mid last year, I believe, or near October of last year. Like I've said before, I like the art style of it. The story itself is pretty solid because it even refers to Yakuto's past later. I'm not sure if it's going to be near chapter 9 or it's in what's out now, but his father used to work for God and was one of his right-hand men. Then out of nowhere, he came to the village and his dad said, "You're not the one I know." And this was after God was saying, "Yeah, give me your wife. I want to have her for a knife. She'll have a couple limbs when, she comes back. Can't guarantee it though." And then he just murders the village. That's how Yakuto's the last remnant of the dragon, descendants. He just murders everyone in that village with those roots because he's just evil. And even through this point, you see God coming out of nowhere. In the beginning, yeah, he shows his strength, but then you just see him go and torture human villages before being their God and savior. And then when they were saying, "Please save us," to another God, he's like, "No, I already killed your harvest God, and I've already done this, that, and the third." It proves, proof that Yakuto's onto something, and he needs to get rid of this false God. His belief is that is not the original God, air quote, from the academy. Something happened when something changed, something's different. So he goes on this hellbent mission, and with all these other people that join him, it just takes off from there. The other approach that I like that Mishima's taking with this is that Yakuto's actually pretty smart and very powerful right off the bat. Yeah, Natsu and his other characters were strong and stuff, but the thing that separates this character from his other traits and other tropes that he tends to stick with is Yakuto is actually smart. Thinking about, okay, well, we killed this teacher. Let me just make him into a dummy to serve our needs and go sit on the student or the staff council meeting. Okay, I can just do this and that. I know my strengths. I can limit my strengths. Very headstrong, very smart about it. The other thing that I find really cool is you see the amount of strength that he has. I'm not going to tell you what, but you also see it get taken away from him. One of the teachers, who's a succubus, basically trapped him for 3 days and drained his power to where he could only use his right arm, essentially. Very cool plot, very solid. I can't wait to see where this goes. This is definitely going to end up being a anime, 100%, especially since it's who it's by, his track record and everything. It's going to turn out very good. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said before, the art is very fantastic. I didn't really go into detail. Let me do that real quick. The art's fantastic. As you know, his art style. What I really love is the fact of detail that he goes to with the surroundings and all the different characters he's able to come up with while keeping his similar art style. Does a very good, fantastic job. Very solid story for 9 chapters. You get a lot of info within the 200, 300 pages that I read. Let me know what you think. I think it's solid. I think we do have something here. And just a sneak peek, by the way, before for any of those actually still here, got some other manga that I'm reading. This, look at the little doggy. Look at the dog. It looks so cute. And then, yeah, we got this one too. So, yeah, I got manga reviews coming, guys. Let me know what you think. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I will see you all later. Bye-bye.